So not good. And there we go. Finally able to get those two. And bam, look at how fast that Void Ray died because he charged these up for me. So lost my expansion very bad, but I am able to kill 4 Void Rays in the process. Now I'm telling them to focus each other just so I can get rid of them and use my infestors for other things. So those Void Rays do go down. Well, 2 of them went down. Looks like I need to finish off this last one. These 2 queens will do that, continuing to pump roaches and infestors. And still, the economy, he's in pretty good shape because he had so many probes. He has around 60 or so, and I am down to... He has 70, I'm down to 49, and I only have 1 base. I'm just now getting that up. So what I have on him right now is just the investment he had in those Void Rays. You'll notice he's lost a lot more resources in units because of those 4 Void Rays. And I've got some nice tech units. These infestors very, very strong once you're able to get them out and kind of get them situated with your army and you're not like all frantically running around or anything like that. So we'll see if I'm able to push up here in a second. Lots of Void Rays and Zealots, but I should have replenished enough energy focusing down one of the infestors, but I am able to suck up one of them. Second one being sucked up, and I am targeting this Void Ray with these 2 Void Rays. It goes down fast before he's able to take out any of the neuroparasiting infestors, and he lifts up the wrong one. He tried to lift up a neuroparasiting infestor, but he failed. Let me just keep it on the battle here a second so you don't have to bother with all my macro. And these Void Rays are helping immensely with destroying these cannons, and now they are attacking each other because that is what I told them to do. I don't want to worry about this guy lifting up anymore or any Zealots coming out and killing him. So I just wanted to get rid of him. I am even that dedicated that I'm going to pop out 2 infested Terrans and shoot this guy down there. You see that? I'm in his base now, breached his back door. He had this nice wall, but he couldn't really prevent me from destroying the rocks. I'm going to try to take down these starports as soon as I can because extra Void Rays I might not have enough energy for. Yeah, I had 1 infestor with 96 energy, so I'm going to poop out tons of infested Terrans with +1 upgrades here. And 1 starport down. Oh, but the Void Ray comes out, but infested Terrans are awesome. Oh yeah. Lots of DPS there from the infested Terrans. He just has 1 base left. It's going to be hard for him to come back from this. Back to the player cam. I am just destroying the base right now, macroing up very well. Of course, hot-keying everything. Hot-keying my queen in my main base, in my expansion, hot-keying my roaches and my infestors separately. When I saw these cannons warping, I should have went down there immediately and killed those cannons. So kind of a big mistake there. I could have stopped this expansion from being guarded by those cannons and just secured the game even more. But you can see by the timer here on the replay bar, which I should find a way to cover up, by the way, that this game is going to go on a little bit more, and those cannons is the reason why. I don't feel comfortable pushing in with those roaches against all those cannons. Oh geez, look at this resource tab. He has lost 10,800 resources worth of units. I don't know if that includes buildings or not. I think it must because I don't think I've killed that much, but I have killed a lot of units. Well, let's see if it does include buildings. Let's check out the tab if it gets any higher when I kill these. Yeah, it looks like it does include buildings, so he's lost a whole lot of resources. I'm sitting at 2 bases, but you know what? So is he. So we're both at two bases. My hydrogen has gone down. Still have those infestors in the mix. Let's check out the units. He just has a lot of cannons, 1 phoenix, while I have, 30 roaches and 6 infestors. He was able to fleet a lot of probes, so he's still looking pretty good economically. He's just going to have to rebuild all his tech and try his luck from there. This phoenix being very annoying. So what do? You morph into an overseer. I do not know why I chose to do that, but, you know, whatever. Looks like he's going to live because I suck his brain with my tendril. And these roaches do advance, and if you didn't notice that forge up here, taking off player cam, hotkey is C. Okay, that forge was actually upgrading, so I was able to take out that forge before he finished his upgrade. Back to player cam. Okay, apparently C doesn't work, so scratch that. There we go. I choose not to push in on those 6 cannons. I was kind of assuming that the expansion was mined out anyway. And Axslav with his patented DT harass. So these were so annoying this game. Even after I took out his main base, he is still, you know, finding a way to stay in this game. This DT just shoot away all my drones. And you're going to be seeing a couple more of these. I put down a fungal growth because my overseer is here detecting this DT, cutting up my hatchery. So he does this quite a lot, not only when he's behind, but just all the time. He will get that DT tech just for the sake of harassment. What I should have done right away when I saw these DTs is put down 1 spore and 1 spine in each base. That's all you need. If he's just going to send in one DT at a time, that is really just all you need to deal with any kind of DT harass. Continuing to kill a lot of my drones. Hydra somehow got rallied up there to his main base. And man, how many kills does this guy have? 8 kills on this DT. My Overseer is up here to scout that, and I take it out with my roaches. So I'm obviously doing well in this game. I am ahead, but being a little clumsy with my macro and my base protection. I do catch these two with my neural parasite, and I'm going to tell them to kill each other because I am that awesome, and I love watching DTs fight in a Zerg versus Protoss game. So those two DTs are out of commission, and all of these cannons, there are a couple ways to deal with them as Zerg. First and most realistic slash best way to deal with them is just mass roaches and hydras, or even just hydras. And second way, which is much more difficult to get to, is a Broodlord tech. So you'll see that if you saw down here, taking up player cam, I do have my Greater Spire up, and I have pumped out some Corruptors. And when I made these Corruptors, I was so mad that they didn't have their old corruption. If they did, I could just run in here, corrupt all that ish, and yeah, I said ish, and just, you know, run over his cannons, but that's not the case anymore. Their spell has been changed, and I don't know why I haven't taken this out. Oh my gosh, I am blundering this game down the drain. Hopefully I can still pull this off, because he now has 2 bases to my 2 bases. Well, 3 bases now. 2 running bases for each of us. So get a fungal growth on 5 of those stalkers, and I do suck up this DT. He should have focused down my hatchery, but he chose not to for some reason. I'm not sure why. There are the Broodlords being morphed in. Let me get this unit tab out of the way for you. Units lost. Look at that. That's signs of a very well played game on my part, despite what I just said about blundering the game away. I feel like I played the game well up until when I destroyed his main base and I made a couple poor decisions, but he is cannoning the crap out of this base as well, and I'm using my Broodlord just to siege on those because they do have 9.5 range. And another Dark Templar coming in here. Oh my gosh, I should have just left 3 roaches there, or just built a couple spines. He picks off one of these Broodlords, but my roaches come in to support these Broodlords, and the reason I sent these roaches in, because the Broodlings eat up a lot of damage. I felt like I wouldn't lose too many roaches, and it was good to kill this as fast as I could. DT continuing to harass. I'm kind of taking it off the player cam just for a moment here. I'm not sure how it was working out for you guys. I don't think I killed this DT. Yeah, I think the Broodlings killed the DT down there. Now I'm moving up to his new main base with all of his new tech, and he has Psystorms coming down on me. I'm going to run away from that and just let my Broodlords bomb away for a second. Player cam. Moving my Infestors up. Oh, suck up a DT. And I'm going to Psystorm you with your own DT, and they both die, so that was really cool. I controlled the Dark Templar. Luckily, I played enough Protoss to know the hotkey was T, and I bombed his High Templar with the Psystorm. It will kill them in one shot. 80 damage against 80 life. Or 40 shields and 40 life. So that was very cool. I was kind of giggly about that play, like little schoolgirls. Not often you get to use a Psystorm as Zerg against a Protoss. So just overrunning him with these Broodlords. Had a little scare there when he was harassing all my bases with the Dark Templar. So no game is really over until you have scouted the whole map, because he had this base for a while now and I hadn't even realized it. Couple Corruptors just flying overhead. But that's going to be GG. Let me know how you guys thought, what you guys thought about this player cam. I wanted to get you a good game, and against Axslav it's always going to be a good game. So thanks for watching, and that was my 100th video, or maybe it was last time, because this is going to be a 2-parter. Anyway, don't want it to be 3 videos, so I'm going to say bye-bye!